Cheers.
Cheers. Post-workout, just got back from the gym, so, wine, because why not, right?
We're going to talk about gym memberships, national memberships that you can be part of, and kind of the benefits of them. We are going to talk about all the places that we have visited and been members of, and our very favorite one, which is the current one we're members of.
Yeah, and why this is beneficial to those of you that are out there full-time traveling, or maybe even just part-time traveling for certain parts of the year. Welcome back to NOP, you guys. I am John. This is my beautiful wife, Kristen. And we live inside of our 37-foot travel trailer that we have affectionately named Windy. Inside here, back through this wall behind us, are 3 sleeping children. And a dog's over there currently taking up the couch right now, too.
The whole couch.
We're fortunate enough that we can take travel nurse contracts around the country, and we just bring the adventures to you. This is a Real Talk Tuesday, where we kind of focus more on some practical parts of our life and tips and tricks and things like that we do. And then on a Sunday is when we generally bring the episodes which are more geared towards
our journey,
our adventures.
We have been to the gym a lot recently, and we thought we would talk about that today because right now it's a huge part of our life.
Right, yeah. Well, I mean, we have come off a winter contract, and as you guys probably aware, everyone has a tendency to have a jolly time around the holidays, and with those times there comes other additions.
Jolly brings jelly. I wanted to start out by talking about why memberships are important to us. I think it goes back to even before we hit the road. We've always been a member of some kind of gym, largely because I taught Zumba for 8 years before we hit the road. I hung up my Zumba shoes before we left. My teaching Zumba shoes, I still Zumba. I was very passionate about that. But aside from that, I love the gym. I love the people and the community aspect of the gym. That's why I always liked the YMCA, because it was very focused on community. And I am a group fitness rat. I love group fitness classes. Cardio, whatever you want to call it, cardio junkie. And so they always make me feel better, and I love that feeling. I love that high. And a happy wife makes a happy life. Happy mama. I don't have a rhyme for that. You get the picture.
It has nothing to do with all that stuff. Let's be honest here. This is real talk. It's all about the shower.
Yes! Cheers! It is about the shower now.
This is real talk. It's all about the shower. And if you don't know that joke, then you need to check this video out up here, because that will explain it. Go back, watch that first, then come back to this.
If you don't want to take a hose down, it's not a shower. It's a hose down, and it's like military style.
Yeah, well, especially when you're boondocking, because you don't have a whole lot of water.
You're conserving water. So a gym membership, if you like to boondock, is like awesome just for the showers.
Yeah. It does give us a little bit of adult time without the kids. I mean, there's something to be said for that. And there are certainly some places that are better at it, that have longer childcare time. And not only that, like Lifetime has a thing where we get parents' night out, and we just had a date, like the first one in quite some time.
I know. It was amazing.
Yeah, going out on dates when you have younger children and when you're living this lifestyle is kind of hard, because finding babysitters is not always easy.
Yeah.
And we got 5 hours the other day, you guys. It was amazing.
It was awesome. We were like, what do we do with ourselves?
Yeah, setting the fitness aspect aside, there's other advantages to it too.
For whoever the tag along is, like, you're 24 hours with the kids all the time.
Especially if you're homeschooling and stuff too.
Yeah, you're homeschooling, and so for me, it's like totally a break. First contract was in Baltimore.
Yeah,
and
Baltimore, Maryland. Well, we checked out let's just call it a community center.
Okay, we checked out, that's not fun.
Okay.
We can be honest about this. Is real talk.
We checked out the local Jewish community center, and it was fantastic, but it was also expensive.
It was really nice, and we're not Jewish, but of course they welcome anybody.
Oh, yeah.
And the facilities were very nice, but we were paying a very high pretty penny for where we were staying.
It was so expensive.
And so
like to the tune of like $1,300 to $1,400 a month, you guys. I mean, it was like a mortgage.
So we decided we couldn't afford the gym membership. But then we figured out that there was free passes
Yeah.
at Gold's Gym.
So we spent like 2 weeks working out at Gold's Gym for free, and we thought about just hopping around to the different gyms in the city and just taking their free weeks or however, whatever, which is an option if you want to give that a shot. You can.
I just didn't feel very honest about that.
Yeah, well, eventually it just didn't work out for membership for us for the first contract, but then the second one.
The second one, we found Lifetime, and we were like,
here in Phoenix.
Woo!
And we found we found Lifetime. So Reno was fun, especially for me, because when we lived in Colorado, we climbed a lot, and there was a cool gym when we lived in Golden, Colorado that we joined for a brief period of time, and it was a rock climbing gym. And so Reno had a rock climbing gym that we joined. I was super stoked about it. The funny thing is we didn't end up going as often as honestly as we should have. We still went at least once a week, but when you think about it, it's only like 4 times a month, and it just wasn't. We still had fun going.
I mean, it was almost as much as Lifetime.
Yeah, it was fairly expensive.
And
it just wasn't. Yeah, so Kristen was kind of bummed out.
But the climbing was really fun.
We also had park fees for half of that contract, too.
The climbing was really fun, and I don't regret doing that.
Yeah.
Then we went to Washington, Seattle area, and we joined the YMCA.
Yep.
And the reason, it's
well,
funny.
You felt back at home again.
I did.
I mean,
it's funny. It's funny because some of the YMCA's they're not all equal. You know, some of them are really good, and then others are just kind of like meh.
Yeah.
And so you kind of have to find a feel. And the ones in Seattle were very nice. And so we joined there, and they had great kids programs. Chloe took dance. The boys were into gymnastics, actually. Yeah. They took gymnastics classes. We only did the YMCA in the Seattle area for about 6 weeks. And the reason is when we got there, it was gloomy and rained a lot. And it was really nice to get away and go to the gym and be able to swim, and they had really lenient rules.
Oh,
so
my gosh. The boys could go wherever they wanted. I mean, it was, they were very happy.
Yeah, they got to free range inside YMCA and go swimming on their own or go play racquetball or whatever, and they loved it. After the weather got better, then we were like, oh, we gotta go see
Pacific Northwest. There's so much to do.
Yeah. So we dropped the membership because we just didn't have time to enjoy it.
Yeah, we were outside so much. Yeah.
We did not find a gym in Columbia that we wanted to because we have requirements, you guys. Here's our requirements for a gym for our family. We know this is going to be different for everyone, but these are the important things for us. Number 1, they must have childcare.
Yes, and it's got to be a decent childcare too. In fact, that's what it was in Columbia that just nixed it for us. The boys were like, what are we going to do in here?
It was set up for toddlers. They weren't allowed to bring their tablets in, and they weren't allowed to go anywhere in the gym by themselves.
You had to be 14. Yeah. I mean, that was just kind of silly to me. I mean, you're going to keep like 13-year-old. Yeah, it was just.
There's just nothing for them to do. It has to be beneficial for them too. Yeah.
If they don't want to go, then it's just a battle.
Exactly. And it has to have decent hours. Because if they have really weird hours, like they're only open a few hours here and a few hours there, that doesn't work for us.
Well, it's got to have good showers.
Yeah, it's got to have good showers. I kid you not, I will go into the bathroom and I will turn a shower on just to see if it's got good pressure
and the heat and
it's
how
like
private
clean.
is it and all those things. Yeah.
It has to have a pool.
It has to have a pool.
Really,
that's more for the kids than us,
that's for the kids for sure, because if we are looking for something to do when John's at work, a really easy thing to do to burn energy is go swimming. Affordable
within circumstances. Again, if we were in an area where we were paying for parks and stuff like that, Lifetime probably would not be on the list. I mean, we might work to make it work because we do love it so much and it meets all the other checks, but it is fairly expensive, and so, it works for us here because we're not paying for any kind of parks or anything like that.
It's got to have good group exercise classes. Those are my favorite. I love to go shake it with the girls, and if it doesn't have a good party vibe, if it's a really lame Zumba class, I just can't do it, and I won't work out. So that's out for me.
Yeah, Kristen's very much group X, and I am happy with my weights on the floor. So it works out. All right, so moving on. This is something really neat that I didn't even know was a thing. And Kristen was researching some stuff because when it comes to the travel lifestyle, you have to kind of think outside the box for a lot of things, right? And so you found some really cool membership stuff that's like national. Yeah, so here's some national memberships besides Lifetime, because Lifetime is also national and we can go anywhere with our membership, provided they are different club levels. Yeah. So we may have to pay extra, or we might get a discount. Or you get some free passes. Wherever we go next. 24-hour fitness. Now this one is a really good choice.
There are 24-hour fitnesses all over the country.
They're almost like Starbucks.
Yeah, you can go to any of those, and a lot of them have childcare. They are much more affordable, but they don't have as many amenities. The childcare center is like a drop your kids off in one room and go work out and come back. But if that's all you have or all you need, then that's a great option.
True.
And they're owned by the same company that owns LA Fitness.
Which is where you can get some more of your amenities and things like that.
And you can use your membership at both. A lot of them, I don't know if 100% of them honor it, but on the website it did say that you could take your 24-hour fitness membership to an LA Fitness gym.
Mm-hmm.
So that's an option. And they do have pools. Their pools are usually very basic with no kid amenities.
Think lap pool, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it is.
Planet Fitness is another one that I hear all kinds of full-timers using.
Mm-hmm.
This is another really great affordable option.
It's another Starbucks type gym.
Yeah. And it's really great for couples, for individuals, because it's super cheap.
Yep.
And they're everywhere.
But there's no frills, guys. This is a walk-in. There's hardly ever childcare, if any. I don't think I've ever known.
There's no childcare. Yeah. This is pretty much only for couples. Or
you walk in. There's your machines and cardio equipment. There's your free weights, and you may have one room where you sometimes have classes, but for the most part, it is like you come in there to get it done, and then you go, and that's about it.
Yeah. And then I didn't research Gold's Gym, but that's another one that you might be able to look into. YMCA is at the top of a lot of people's list because they're very community friendly and very kid friendly.
Yeah, and they're usually inexpensive. Ish. Depends.
However, they don't do well with a nationwide membership. The way that it works, and I worked for 2 different YMCAs. I worked in Kansas City metro area and also the Denver metro area, and they don't communicate. They're not connected in any way. So all the cities are completely different from each other. They are starting to offer what's called a national membership. The thing is it's not truly national. You can go to any YMCA in the country, but you have to be at your home base YMCA, wherever you originally sign up, for 50% of the time of usage. And that's by month.
Yeah.
So it really doesn't work well for a traveling family unless you are going to be stationary. It says very plainly on their website that if you plan to move to another city, that you should cancel your membership and restart it in the next city.
So it's kind of like a halvesy one, but there are others.
And then there's Lifetime Fitness, and that is what we're going to talk about now.
Yes.
Why do we love Lifetime Fitness so much? And we're not even getting paid to say this.
Unless you want to pay us. When we were debating back and forth between should we go to Hawaii or should we go to Phoenix, the biggest thing was the squad. The squad is in Phoenix. I can go to Lifetime Fitness.
I can go back to hip hop.
And I can dance with my ladies again.
I go to Zumba and hip hop and dance jam.
Yep.
And we also splurged this time, and we both purchased like personal training.
Yeah, well, there's a thing going on right now, and we just started it. It's a 60-day challenge.
Yep.
It's a national Lifetime Fitness thing. It is a competition, although I don't know how we'll do with the competition-wise.
On day 3.
But it's all about, like, new you in 60 days. And we have been motivated.
Chelsea and Justin better not watch this.
Yeah, right. It's got an indoor pool, slides. It also has an outdoor pool.
Yeah.
Same thing, slides, 0 entry. Very nice locker rooms.
Yes. Steam room, sauna, a spa that we even got like $75 credit each.
Yeah, I'm getting a massage
at
in a couple
the
weeks.
spa when we signed on. They have a cafe there with awesome smoothies.
And they have a rock wall. And I don't know if all of them have it, but I mean it's a decent sized rock gym.
For the kids, they have classes like art classes and STEM or STEAM as they're calling it now. Classes now they include art. And then they also have things like rock climbing. They take the kids to the rock wall, or they have a traversing wall. And they do warrior classes, which is like a ninja training type of class.
2.5 hours of child watch.
Yeah.
I mean, and they have swim lessons.
Oh, and swim lessons came with it.
So the kids did swim lessons, and then I took them all climbing at the climbing wall.
Yeah.
You know?
And sometimes we will work out, and then we'll have a little bit of time afterwards after we've both done our workouts and showered, and we'll
go sit in the hot tub.
Or yes, in the hot tub, or we'll go sit in the cafe and just chat,
and spend more money, and get smoothie.
It's such a huge relief for me, like stress relief, to not only, join in with my friends and to the adrenaline of working out, but like relaxing in the steam room or the hot tub. It's just been really great.
In this lifestyle, there are certainly some things that people will look at as a sacrifice. I mean, we live in a much smaller space than the average American, and we try to be pretty darn frugal, which means we don't go and spend a lot of money on a lot of things. But I think it's okay occasionally to spoil yourself and maybe even go so far as to pamper yourself every once in a while. The membership price right now is around $170 with tax
and
per month.
That includes all the kids' activities and the date nights once a month.
Yep. So it's a fairly expensive gym membership.
I just want to encourage you to think about possibly joining a gym, especially if you're boondocking a lot, because there are a lot of benefits to it, and we have really enjoyed it. Tune in this week. We are going to bring you to Phoenix, finally.
Yes, that's right. We're here.
If you're new to our channel, thanks so much for being here. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you get all the notifications when our videos come out. And the like.
Don't forget the thumbs up. It helps the videos a lot, you guys.
And also, if you're new, we'd love for you to comment so we can welcome you to our channel.
That's right. Yep.
Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you out there.